Hi guys, welcome back to Tangled Roots, where real stories and real talks collide. How are you, my brother?
I'm alright, and how are you, my sister?
I'm good, thank you. I'm excited because today we've changed our location. As you can see, we're at Best Western Plus Hotel.
Oh, levels.
But not pia. Not some inbox at we mwana takwete fia kuti nafuta tukwete ndalama mwandi na chuma fe konse, but we were excited because we have guests. That's why we are here. You know, because we talk about real life and real stories, not how I became rich with one potato. No, we talk about real pressing issues right here on Tangled Roots. What are we talking about today?
So before we dive in, we'll just do some reading of the comments and the messages that we receive in the inbox.
They are really heartbreaking.
Yes.
Like some messages are really heartbreaking, and it's so unfortunate that a lot of them are like, don't share my story. I just felt like talking to you. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and just the usual disclaimer, you know, there are certain people that will find certain terms and words to be offensive and sensitive to them. We apologize in advance because
pano ni ya both just the society, because nowadays I think kufise fintu abantu bade ponena mfilindi.
True.
When you beat around the bush, people are falling in the ditch. You know, they tell you to use your legs, you use your head, you hit your head down. Yeah. So are you going to start?
Yeah, sure. So, so the good part is today, you know, we're not just receiving advice from the two of us, but also receiving advice from someone who's, you know, in a professional position.
Why the official introduction?
Okay,
it was like a surprise. It's supposed no, but now Ulanda kadi preach. Yeah.
Yes, so we have with us
a qualified to understand psychiatric.
Mental health.
You know, when somebody says psychiatric, mbona kwati di ishiru munjere komkwai.
To is perfect psychiatrist.
Psychiatric nshiri uri ishiru.
What paper. So we have a registered mental health nurse and manager at Sober House Rehabilitation Center. So, you know, we'll be talking everything, all angles up and on, but from experiences and
at least we have somebody who is qualified. Exactly. Before we are qualified with qualified. Pishio mno mulaifi wasa mwana kumanafata hapa ame qualified psychologist mwana life of yampshamu vyari chilamu. So yeah, we have a qualified, certified nama badge naba fuala. Yes, so maybe you can read through the stories that you received in the inbox.
Okay.
Keep them anonymous.
Exactly. So I'll start with the first one. So this one says, this program is so touching and teaching at the same time. I have a story I've been told. I've never told anyone. And it has affected me up to now. I was being used by my sister at the age of 4 up to the age of 8. That experience has made me to be liking girls than men. I tried to fight it by all means, but I was sure. So seeing this program, I think I can find healing because it hurts each time I remember. That's deep. So she was being used by the sister when she was 4 till she reached 8. So now she finds it hard or difficult to like men.
Has she tried one though?
Yeah, for her to say,
anyway,
I tried to fight it by all means.
You know, and
so it has not affected her mental health.
Talking about that, before I give my 2 cents, do you think that is spiritual or it's psychological?
I feel like it's psychological.
Yeah, because the thing is, when you're talking about these things of people liking their fellow gender, mwitukaka please mwe government. I like men. You like women, right?
KF with your
Tawaswiki kairo flingo kata confidence.
no mbakaire fo washisando shano kunsonta kana wala fo kundipshati. I like women, yes.
Okay, so anyway, I feel this is not a spiritual thing. Because mostly if we're Africans, we believe that if somebody likes their fellow gender, it's something to do with spirits, initially demon. Because even growing up, if you are dressed like a man, but certain things, it's not always, let's not marry it with spirituality. No, it's spiritual. I feel sometimes it's psychological because like a child is a blank book. So you write in that book what you want the child to be. So so now how best okay, that one now needs a professional somebody who is professional to help with that, because
perhaps Esther, would you want to comment on this?
Hello.
Hi.
I have been introduced, but though they didn't say my name.
Mamona. Ofu nachafuati special nachafuati beat the drum roll. Nachafu kushita introduce. Nomba washako ni Shina.
Okay, no, it's okay. My name is Esther Zimba. I am a registered mental health nurse and a sober house manager at a certain rehab. I deal with inpatient female clients, though socialize with male clients as well. So regarding to the story where the lady now finds it easy to like women instead and not male, I think it's a psychological type of damage that one gets to face, because the time that the sister was abusing the time she was young. So for her, the emotions, the experience, for her, she thought it was normal, and she grew up finding pleasure in that. So when experiencing with men, having an experience with men, I'm sure she finds it's weird. So it's a psychological thing that actually built up, which really needs help. So counseling really has to take place. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Zimba. It's Miss Zimba, right? Why want we that Mrs. Zimba or Mrs. Zimba? Okay, so thank you very much. As you've heard, she's qualified and she says she needs help. She needs a lot of counseling. You need somebody to talk to. And I know sometimes it's difficult to come out because anyone you go to, they'll be like, hey, no, is Bobo. Can we maybe dive into the next story?
Okay, so this one is So this one says, hi, I really appreciate you talking about sexual abuse. Excuse my grammar. I want to share my story with you guys. It is true what you said, that the people closest to you are the ones abusing the children. I was 9 when all this happened. Just like on any other normal day, I went to play at my auntie's house. Unfortunately, my auntie went out for less than 30 minutes when my cousin, who is in his 20s, I think, called me inside the house. It was normal and I was comfortable around him, so I had nothing to be afraid of. This grown man talked me into sleeping with him. The second time I was at home and I refused, but he forced himself on me. I couldn't tell my parents because they were too much of African parents. I was afraid of being beaten. I couldn't tell my siblings because they were going to tell my mom, so I kept it to myself. Fast forward, I'm now in my 20s and I still can't get past that. I'm failing to hold up a stable relationship. I'm failing to hold up stable relationships. And because of that, I have resulted into masturbating because I just want to feel what I felt when he touched me.
Hey.
Yo! It's sick, I know. It eats me inside seeing my friends in stable relationships while I battle this thing away. If you will get the chance to read this to your audience, I would like to tell parents, start talking to your children about sexual abuse as early as possible and be open enough for your children to open. I think it's a reputation. And stop being too African parents. Your children are afraid of opening up. Anyway, I hope I find my healing and move on. Keep doing the good work you are doing.
I pray for you, my sister. I pray for you because it's not your fault. It's 100% not your fault because you are young and you are talked into it. That's what I was saying. These people that abuse, they will make you believe that what you're doing is the right thing. And they will make you believe that what you're doing with them at the moment is the right thing.
Yeah.
But if you go and tell your parents will hit you blue black. You will not even survive it. That's what even nakubaiche filefia pafia kufara filia when you're doing filefia pafia kufara.
Yapa mudu.
Ngawaisa wasana niendo nena ati mwendo chitama bad manners. You know, you be afraid.
Yeah.
Now you do everything that somebody would tell you to do because you're afraid that my African mother is going to beat me. This is to parents. No, abakuru hit the nail on the head. The same abakuru balocha. I will go and you see the fire that abakuru has. At the end, I will end up doing things I'm not supposed to do. It's good that most of the parents, they came out of it, they survived it, but you find that nowadays it's difficult to survive it. You have to be praying and praying and praying. Ama cousins, ama brothers, ama step brothers, you know, they are abusing abaiche too much. They're abusing kids a lot and they're making them believe, and they'll make sure you're comfortable around them at first. Even when you're doing it, it will be okay. But when you grow up, that's when you know, okay, this man abused me. Anyone above 14 years, no more HOA below that. Ndande at 15 years, boys na kwa tamana isha to fonde HTV. Because 15 years ne fumok tu apera.
True.
Na golden voice 15 years in shia fuma. Idio baranda kuskuru. Na ma hormones in shia na wet dream idia ni shia pitakari. So if you talk a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old into having sex with you, that's rape. Yeah, but that's rape because you're not supposed to do it. Yeah. Finding comfort and acceptance in the brother or the cousin or the uncle, but us fall into it, then accept it. Accept, no, this is the right thing, because you've brainwashed the child, and the moment the child wants to tell the parents, you'll be scared because you were going to threaten her that no, ngauzale bakakuma, because we are too African. I can't even exclude myself. I'm also too African, but when it comes to such issues, I always encourage the girls, even in the house, I tell them, if anyone looks at you like they want to eat you like a sandwich, come and tell me. Wangu, because the more they will look at you like a sandwich, even if they're just trying to be an uncle, they're trying to be an cousin, at the end, you remain alone in the house, they will abuse you. They will abuse you, even fail to talk about it, which is not supposed to be the case. You can be okay, no, I'll just keep it a secret. Like the first 2 months, come 3-4 months, it will start eating you up.
It will affect you
badly. It will affect you so much to the point where umamenga is traumatized. Like I said last time, some they tend to be lesbians because like that childhood trauma like started eating them up. They start hating men. It's a whole lot of things.
Even prostitutes.
Yeah. Prostitution, because the rape affects you mentally. abuse in general affects you mentally. Anything else? Now we should wait and get you. Ma Miss Zimba, what's your say on this?
Bit on the parents being so African. I think this time and era, as upcoming parents, please let us not be too strict to a point where our children get scared of us. You know, I have an uncle, though this time around we're in good terms, where, you know, yalesa ngwati ngamamfafe moto kabansi bonse murum kuskata mas
I've been
know
there before.
much skata. Why? Because he was a very strict man. Not that he was, you know, abusive or anything. He was strict in a good way, but he was a person that would, you know, go to and talk to you and stuff like that. So my contribution to this is that parents, let us be there for our children. This time around, parents nowadays are really busy that they don't even have time to spend with their children. So you might never know. A maid can actually abuse your child, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your husband, you know, stuff like that. So let us build that rapport, you know, that they shouldn't be a bridge where I don't know when so I'm glad that, oh mommy, this is what happened, oh daddy, this is what happened. Yes, strictness can be there, but be there and just show them the comfortability that they need so that they are able to come and talk to you about anything. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So your strictness, as parents, we need to adjust. So do you have any other story, or I dive into the comments?
Yeah, you can go through the comments so that we proceed.
We introduce our guests for today.
Exactly.
Okay, so the first comment says, government should introduce a very serious law, because honestly, government is doing nothing concerning this matter. No wonder men are misbehaving on little girls. You say?
I feel the government, okay, at the end of the day, we shouldn't put the blame on the government, because we ourselves, we are the government. We the people are the government. So this thing of like putting...
So in short, we're saying we should do mob justice.
No, what I'm trying to say is it has to start with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Okay, katuisho for bomfo aba fichitabati. If you what leads you to go and abuse someone or rape someone, control everything about yourself, starting with the mind, and then you even control where you're will from. Why can't you not? No, I can't do this. Because at the end of the day, we'll just be saying the government. Of course, the government should
come up with a law.
Yeah, a strict
that
one.
Is going to just castrate the bastard.
But
because he's not using his brain; he's using his doo-doo to think. So but just removing it so that he thinks in the correct line.
But as people, let's not act as animals.
Yeah.
And just act as people, as humans. It starts with us.
When you rape a child, it's like you've killed them emotionally. Now, emotionally, they will never forget that.
And they'll never be the same.
They will never be the same. So, now in a cook stuff, okay, not necessarily killing them, but punishing them in a way that they never forget. Not that, no, I make them prison after at good behavior, 5 years afuma. I some wake sharp. And the other comment says, I was abused because no one taught me about it. Until today, I feel bad because it's thus I can never trust any man with my childhood, with my girl child, not even her father. Don't worry, sweetheart. We all feel that way. Yeah. I don't trust any man around my daughter. Any man I don't trust. And I feel bad. I feel terrible for you.
It's really sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay, let me just read all of them. Then we can talk about it. We can talk about them. At least you were taught and had an idea. But for some of us, we had some of us we had to be abused because no one taught us. I honestly owe my young version a tight hug because she went through a lot of trauma, and I feel it has negatively affected me being an adult. Guys, it's good to tell our children at the early age. It helps a lot. Those are the comments. We've just gotten some of them, but there are a lot. You can check through our TikTok, our Instagram, our Facebook, and don't forget our YouTube channel if you want to read the comments so that you can motivate yourself a bit, because we are going through a lot.
A lot.
So maybe we throw it to our guest, Madam Zimba. What's your take? What's your say about these issues of abuse, like from the comments, from the stories, all in all?
Thank you so much, Madam Teresa.
Mrs. Tete.
Mrs. Tete. Okay, so my take on this, I think we shouldn't just focus on the government, that the government should do something about it. Like Kunda said, we are the government, and it starts with us. So it starts with the mind, ourselves. Like Kunda said,
God damn.
so if you think, one, you've got a problem, maybe when you drink, something like that, talk to someone. Or I'm sure people around wala munafina behave before ileba and the likes. If they talk to you about it, please listen. Secondly, like I said, it starts with us. So this time around, we are living in a modern community, modern society where social media is growing, and this time around, even a 10-year-old child has got a tablet, has got a phone. Yeah. So why not utilize that? We have so many influencers that are capable of spreading such information. Why not use social media and utilize it and spread awareness? Most of the comments there, in the comments section, most of them were saying they were not told about these things, or because certain parents were strict, others were not present parents and stuff like that. So why not use social media? We talk about these things. If not that, going to schools, secondary schools, university, talking about such things so that abantu baishiba, even adverts can be used as well. So adverts, feeling maybe before news dailamba, tuma adverts to playing up, or even just these Cartoon Network channels, at least use baby language, for them to understand, especially the young ones, because they are the ones that are vulnerable. Yeah. So using such adverts, before a cartoon starts, in baby language, at least share information and I think it would be a better world. It all has to start with us. And if we're serious about such matters as a country, or as a community, the government indeed will take a step. It's like mental illness. Back then, it wasn't even a thing. Like, muntunga mfati yo kuchainama or shani or psychiatricness nishkupena and the likes. But it's a lot that's really, really involved. And people started talking about it. Hence, even the government coming in, and so many awareness programs have come in place. So if we're talking about these things and not focusing on the things that are not even educative to our young children that are coming up, then we're not living a good life. So let us spread awareness as much as possible. As parents, let us have time with our children and discuss these things, because if we don't talk about them, they'll keep on happening. So let us do better. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's clap.
Thank you. And wow.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that's really true. And I think it's high time we start talking about this thing and put the Bible aside. I'm not saying we stop praying. Don't get me wrong, but let's take action. It's not everything that needs prayer.
That's true.
Yeah. So I think, like she said, we need to raise awareness in schools. Not if you're quite, no, they are too young to learn about these things. I am a phone to papira aba na tablet aba. On YouTube. Part of fimbi because even YouTube kids at YouTube ya bana. Fimbi techi batambe na bana. Part of fimbi na papa YouTube. Like the way back in the days we had abstinence in the chair.
Yeah.
So we knew that, okay, if you're not playing safe, you're going to get HIV. Like we knew about it when we were very young. Like abstinence in the chair. Shan. AIDS, to my poem. AIDS. My mother died. My father died. My uncle died. AIDS, thank you. So that, not we're not discriminating, no. We're just trying to use that an example, because growing up I saw those. Even I know a poem because very fresh to biscuit, so I had to make up a poem.
But because you killed my mother, I killed my father, but
because they were giving out some gifts.
Yeah.
If you like the same way we used to master my memory verse ku church. We should talk about these things even at church queen. Mastering memory verse.
And you know that it's there's a big impact learning something from childhood than learning it kubukuru. Because from childhood you grow up, it will be on you.
Yeah.
So you grow up, and then being a child, definitely you won't keep everything to yourself. You'll be able to share with your friends the knowledge, the data and everything.
Yes, the way we remember John 3 verse 16. For God to love the world.
Exactly.
So I think it's best we talk about these things more frequent, and I wish and hope such things can trend. Such issues can trend, because in as much as the people don't want to hear about such things, we are the ones that are affected.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're on these platforms to just to forget about problems. Because sometimes I look at the comments when I post a video, a comedy video. Somebody be like, "Oh, I was very low. I had a very bad day. I watched your video and I smiled." And that really breaks me. I wish I can do more than just making you laugh, because I know when you laugh, the next minute you go back to
the usual.
You start crying again. People are going through a lot. Some are locking themselves in their house. It's a whole lot. I think we need to talk about these issues more and more and more. Yeah.
That's true, my sister.
And again, we have another guest. Her name is Melody. Drum roll for Melody. Where are the drum rolls?
So we're going to share the introduction, huh?
No, you introduced me. I've introduced this Melody.
So I also say something?
Say something.
Oh, okay. So in case for those of you that don't know, we've been seeing the comments of people wanting to, come through, have the experience that we experience, or the experience that we have also.
We have.
Or the experience that we usually have.
Okay, they want to share their story, their sides of the story, because it's not just me that is going through everything. It's not only him that is going through. There are people out there that are going through a lot, and in one way or another, we are connected to those things, because it has happened. If not you, it's somebody close to you. If not that somebody, it's somebody that you know. So we have Melody in the house here with us to share her story with us, so that you can learn something as well, and maybe her story can comfort you that life doesn't end when certain things happen to you.
True.
It's depressing, but life does not end. Good morning, Melody.
Morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm shivering, I'm okay.
Stop shivering. Relax. Here we are brother and sisters. Just relax. We understand whatever happens in this life. It has happened to a lot of us. I have cried and rose again, you know. So I understand if you're shivering. It's yeah. Just relax, feel comfortable. Ichinyanja inena liba comfortable na church bemba. Those are the languages that I love the most. Next song which njipati kishafi. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'll be comfortable with Nyanja and English. Bemba, I don't know. Chinakulira ku Eastern kuchipata.
Awe zikomo kwambiri na seti makamba chinyanja. Iwe landa kwa chinyanja. Endesha landa kwa chinyanja.
Ni kufikamba nene ni makamba.
That's what I wanted.
Nifuna che kubraginga maningi. But ni machikamba.
Ikubraginga mchinyanja nishi.
So Melody, yes, as you were saying.
Okay, back to Melody, please don't insult us.
No, it's okay.
Yes, Melody.
Yes,
So
understood. So I think my story, okay, let me start with appreciating you guys for bringing this, is it a show or what? This podcast.
thank you.
You know, a lot of us go through a lot, as you've already said in the beginning. So my story is about depression and childhood trauma. I want to relate to your story, Teresa. One of your episodes you talked about, I won't say it was mistreatment from your father, but I'm going to relate because I've been through a similar path. I was taken to school, university, at Creso University.
Yeah.
Dad was the one who was paying for me. Then it's about school dropout. That's the first part. So, like dad was the one who was paying for me. Then in the first year, second semester, he paid. The second semester, you know, you're used to the school, then he gives you money to pay. So he said, I'm from Piazza too. I misused school fees.
No. Oh, sorry.
Don't worry, I've been there before.
Yeah, let me not go into details. So I would say it was peer pressure, but stupidity again. Because no one will force you to do what you don't want. In as much as you see your friends, vaenda kumova, vasta vinangu. Swanga kuzati, swanga tengen drama zako. Let's say you had put your money in the bag, then they tell you to buy beer. So I misused school fees, and that is what brought an enemy between me and Dad. He vowed never to take me back to school. And from that point, I started dealing with trauma and depression.
And you lacked fatherly love.
Yes, because he was like, because of what you've done, I'm the firstborn in a family of 6 children. He was like, I'll never take you back to school. And he would talk me down like, you're a failure. You know, there's a way parents...
No, I know.
There's a way they talk to you like, bakesing as vakamba. So like, I felt bad, whereby sometimes I just seated doing nothing, then upezati walakwa from nowhere. You're just seated, you didn't do anything. But
Am I allowed to stand from here?
Ma?
Let me come.
Yes.
Cry. Come and give me a hug.
Thank you so much.
Don't cry.
So that made me stop staying with him. Like I said, I come from Eastern Province, Chipata. I started staying with the elder sister. He's the 5th born. Because, like, it was bad to an extent where a lot of people came, you know, as a child, they'll come and tell you to explain what happened because they thought maybe I invested into something that I got scammed, which wasn't the issue. So I told them, no, I changed my phone. I started going out for clubbing and other things. So he didn't take it lightly, and we became enemies from there. So I lacked fatherly love, and I decided to start looking for fatherly love in men, which got me into toxic relationships to a point I cohabited. So let me end here for now.
Okay, that's deep. Okay. That, what Melody is saying, the fatherly love, children tend to find fatherly love in men. And it's psychologically proven. I know Miss Simba. We even at school, even Sigmund Freud said it in his psychosexual development. At a certain age, a child needs fatherly love. If you don't get fatherly love, you go and look for it in other men, especially a girl child. They're going to look for comfort and acceptance from men. And who's to blame for that? It's you, a parent. Parents, you're listening. It's you, a parent. Because in as much as you can say, hey, ndio mkuru, ufuniko ganiza. I just want you to love me. It doesn't cost a lot. And I think as parents, we should learn to give our children second chances. Let's the child, we make mistakes. Yes, I make a mistake today. Forgive me. At least give me 3 or 4. Even you as a parent, you make mistakes. But we don't even blame you for it.
Umwana kasembe.
Umwana kasembe kakukoba wakomeka. Anezi nga kakuputra fye mkoshi. Ero wingaranda toke pa fya chiramu. But not whereby somebody makes a mistake once. As if you are waiting for that person to make that mistake.
One mistake parents make is like my case, I made a mistake. I dropped out of school because I squandered school fees. So, to my father, he didn't know that even now, and people that I stay with, they don't know that I'm depressed. So most times when they call for a family meeting or other things, they'll go like, Nichipu, how are you? Even let me say, I come up and say, no, I'm depressed. I'm not okay mentally, ABC because of this. They won't consider that. And one battle you can't win is a battle with parents.
That's true.
If I'm to be called for a meeting and I say, okay, my father was wrong here, it will never be heard. But what you say will be heard. So, my parents must increase my problems here too, because I got into cohabiting and other things because of that mistake that I made. Dad didn't forgive me. If I'd forgiven me, maybe I would have been a better person, but my dreams died because he was bitter and he's still bitter till now. So, this advice is to parents again. Ngati mwana alakwa, osamutairira. Because, azaba mwana abalero, wamsta disown and all that. As I don't kind of want even be a worse criminal than he was at first. And you're going to fail to solve yajama problems as a up. So it's better as parents, ngati mwana alakwa, I saw thing that problem ikabofika umutu, ikali mkumendo.
Okay, if you don't mind asking, where's mom?
So mom is with dad in Eastern Province, Chipata, but we're in good terms with my mother.
Also, it's that thing of like the way of African parents, women don't have say. Like she wants you to come, but she can't because your father and you have.
Yeah, and the other thing is, mom isn't educated. She didn't go to school because wanakulira kumunzi and all that. So she can't even have any say about school.
Oh yeah.
So she would talk to my father about umpeleken ku school mwana, and again, she's like a dependent like I am to dad because it's dad's money. So dad does whatever he wants with money.
Okay. I understand. And as women, sometimes we become vulnerable when you're not doing anything. Like you want your child to come back home, but parents will be like, "Elonga bwere muno munganda, murefu mina pamu."
Yes.
Ngaye sefe muno munganda wonse kuya. So palas number, you just have to accept the bitter. But parents, let's not be like that because it has affected us as a society, and let's learn to hear from young ones also. Some bananda tamano yafuma muchuri yafuma mu ifwesa or yamchuru. It's the other way around.
Yafuma mu ifwesa.
Yero yamchurai. So which means yafuma mukanono ya yamchukuru. It's not always that you are right. Parents, the fact that parents are always right, it's what's depressing a lot of young ones because as parents, it's not always everything that we do that is right. Sometimes over to former parents, and me now being a parent, I've seen that you find that I overreact over a certain thing, said something, and then afterwards I'm like, but then I overreact. I wasn't even supposed to react like that. I was the one who was even wrong. But I'm not going to go back and say, oh, sorry, Shanshan. Karaka pride dakabu parents kadia. Karake ene kadia. And you live. We inherit that thing. you leave it in us. We keep going. Depression is fuller.
So let's just outline what we are about to start talking about, which is cohabiting. So as we talk about this cohabiting thing, Melody, whenever you feel like you want to come in, feel free. Yes, even Miss Zimba as well, feel free to come in. So to begin with, what is cohabiting?
Cohabiting ni premature marriage ya kuparwa.
Okay, so cohabiting is living together and living together and having sexual relationship without being married.
Funa that ni kachupo kabula certificate.
So it's like it's like in ka free trial before
Testing 1 2.
Before purchase first bakupera ka free trial first to akomfwako, and then you decide
should I stay or I go?
Na makaye ni monthly.
Yeah.
So is cohabiting a good thing or is it a bad thing?
Cohabiting. Cohabiting is not a good thing. Especially if you are young. It's not a good thing because we are not driven by what is happening, but we're driven by our feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
So you find that most of the time when you are cohabiting, it's not because you love the person. It's because you feel you love the person. You feel, but you're not really in love. Because mostly, this is just a sad truth. Most of the people that have cohabited, like 80% or 70%, they don't end up marrying each other.
Oh.
According to what I've experienced, what I've seen, it's the 30% that survive that.
Okay.
So I think it's not a good thing because there are a lot of things that happen. It has a lot of disadvantages. But sometimes people cohabit not because they want.
Yeah. So like for us guys, you have to know what you're dealing with. The package that you have, umuntu at least muri process yako abitune mwana umuntu arisho bakanisho kwasha.
Mweba mufi ubofita kwati ati mwa marish ukuthi wawasha waipika delicious wapyanga unanuke wino wadedesha yamonekana kumoneka ati okay in wife material but wayakuli umuntu kulesala sala dilipa murwa mensha panshi umunani uli panshi 3 layers washauri ore ipika bwino
nishimo process pero form bwena ati
finchi for fine cause piece ba mutamfwa piece tamuifwa mufave ukuthi wayasha wabakam kuya kuwa mwa mukanwa upo sama naifi yo asangalavu kachuma mfumfwa
muni cohabiting nisanga mwata uyuna feel funasanga mokufirwa
nomba mchupo mena tafsangwa cause mofia bana mchupo fiti mchupo ni muyayaya.
So cohabiting, that's why the cohabiting comes in. One wa toroka mo first kwa wamona tute soulmate
ninga ngakufira omwana wabeni.
Oh, like those stories that the past stories.
But no, isa tuposa ni kuchibumba wamposa kuchibumba ito babubongo kumchibumba.
Okay, but namwe na cohabiting mwa bafefya mungu lwaye shumuntu amposa atoba 3 ama eggs.
Eronchi na upenda 30 days. 1 egg every day.
Nangwa fuma po wasanga na sadudali 10.
Eronchi omwino walivero kusarudi half. Washa kwa half.
But what's like mental-wise, because I'm trying to think of a way or anything that would affect someone mentally when cohabiting fails or in the process of cohabiting. Because in def monafat in smooth road.
No. Cohabiting limits you from, correct me if I'm wrong, Melody, limits you from a lot of things. We're exploring as kids. So when you are cohabiting, you're definitely, for women, you're definitely a wife. You are a wife, not by law, but by the virtue of you two being together. So nangumwa mwa manwaisa kumkana nshiranda no kunomba kurayo kuno nangumwa mwa manwa kwati. The intentions are pure. There are guys that will be there by you even if you're with another person. Yo lefu afyo we no toxic karaka zazamwe kale we bisha zazamwe twale dia kuba ichedi chile chimu chile chale ba pafia ni chidi firafine ifo lefu ako firafine fidia. You find yourself in a toxic relationship. You even refuse mwa ba no mwa tari ba boring. And if you're cohabiting, you don't have any choice than to stay loyal to your partner. He will go and come back next day. Kai, he's a man of the house. He's a man of the house. What can you tell me?
So cohabiting has no duration period, like if you get cocoa this long.
I feel like cocoa like 5 years, so. Kave kwa tikachubu. Then in the end, kaya wa mwa pangama decision. Foma nakashitufika kwa extent ya kupangama decision kwa I think if na kanga mna abuse ya chira mprasa da hawi. Mabade ya zen.
Idea, like for us guys mostly, here's some about umuntu na umtemuisha. You don't want to, to
let go.
You don't want a second to go by without seeing them, without seeing their face on near your face like that.
But awamupa ni obsession hiyo. It's a karabonse. That's obsession. That's not love. Because if you love a person and you want to be with them, you need to be sure. You go atware utumbari. Bakuchaja wadi pila.
Then mambo karabonse?
Yeah, you become husband. That's obsession. So you find that if you need to be sure of what you want as a man. So it's not really good because a lot of things come out. But when you have problems, you can't share them with your family.
But how
you don't even have vanachimbusa.
From both parties, the female and the male side. After after you decide to say, okay, this cohabiting thing it's not happening, like it's not, you maybe my sanga mokufirwa boys over. I don't feel like there's any trauma or mental issues that can come after that.
No. The things that were happening in that relationship, first of all, what was happening? You are piling up things. Like I was about to say it. You are piling up things in a way that because you can't share. You are not legally married. You can't even, because if you share with your friends, when you're in love,
I can't relate.
Yalaya. Yes.
I concur with what Teresa is saying.
You've changed sides now.
Sides, but you get. Cohabiting really limits people in so many ways. Like she said, maybe we know more like lovey-dovey dating and the likes, but then when you decide to start cohabiting, ina behaviors to manifest, and then when they start manifesting, if I behave in a certain way, others become physical, others, is it verbal abuse and the likes. And as for a woman, you literally become a wife because you do literally everything. And then knowing society, even if you decide to leave that relationship or mini marriage, or maybe you face a challenge in that relationship, or abuse verbally and stuff like that, because you've done it secretly, it will be very difficult for you to come out and share what you're going through.
So true.
chile could have in the end wankala depressed, you know. And society nowadays, once you share your story concerning that, bali jaja. No back to kuikala sha no mame. Shani. You know, stuff like that. Others would actually say, no, it's okay. Kuishbana ko tumisango so that we wish whether you can
exactly
you can tolerate that person and the likes, but the Bible says just get married.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Do
You need
it
to get
the
married
proper
if you
way.
love the
Ngana
person.
umute mwafia omuntu. Fika. Even if it takes 2 years for you to raise that money, shakudipiranga bakupingulanga and 15 ping and 10 ping, it's okay. For as long as you do it the correct way. Because one, it will be very easy for you to communicate. If you face a challenge as a couple, you go for counseling, you go to church, you know, you talk to your elders and they'll chip in. You go to your family members because they know to say, okay, these people are legally married and there's nothing they're hiding. So if you go there and bring or take issues, they'll be very okay to sort out those things. Even if you take those things for social media, people will help you in a correct manner because you've done it the correct way. Otherwise, cohabiting is not something I would even encourage anyone to do because you are limiting yourself. You're limiting yourselves in so many ways. And mentally, once you leave that relationship because you invest, let's say it doesn't work out. Others, maybe they might decide to get married and things go well. But those that end such relationships, I have a sister who, at this point, she's now doing okay. She moved in with the man. She did literally everything for the man. So now when the relationship ended because a man wanted her to have a child, you know, and she could do all sorts of things, you know, so that she could get pregnant, but she couldn't, and they went separate ways. So now the trauma, the depression that came. You know, she lost weight, she lost her confidence and the stuff like that. So mentally, emotionally, you get affected. You know, you get affected and you won't be able to express yourself because you're scared. Because others are doing it secretly where family members don't even know. I'm married to them, but when I shato mwana, awakuskulu kansh, badi kala muntu chupo. So in such cases, cohabiting one is not okay. Let's just do the things in a proper way. And for women, they say umanakashi chan wakwata say when it comes to such things. Kukana umama kwebato tie kunganda nkala kusunga shanshani not to knock fuila ni ndalama or anything. Just tell the person, do the correct way. You know, if you want to take care of me, you want me to be your woman and everybody should know about it. Let's do it the proper way. There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you.
Love, mwebantu, love. Mwamenga akutemwa. Akubepo uvi, akumyanga kumatuku. Asa kwa tuatukale bonse. Tuwakana. Kwa manu kushita imagine. Tuwa paka family kesu. Kakaba kefi.
But mostly, we men, our intentions are, they're okay, they are fine. Now,
Where I'm full sapato nkutobe ni sapato wapeni hapa.
we don't mean any harm or anything.
Nowadays women
each other,
women are toxic because of men. I know men are not going to like this, but nowadays because number now okay, this toxicity, I think I can do it. What a man can do, I can do. Eko kwa fumaida because you as a woman mostly you are just okay. But kutendwa aramba fa kufichitira mofie. He's not going to say it physically. Say let's break this thing, let's do this. Aramba fa kuchita mistreat in a certain way that you'll be like, okay, I think I've had enough. Am I lying, Melody? Yeah. Aramba kuchita, you will live by yourself. And then ngafo kuweka say, no, you just left me acting vulnerable. You left me.
Like, because Papa just, of course, we're trying to find the root cause and everything, but then we can just be talking about this thing. We haven't even asked, okay, first, have you ever cohabited before?
Papa asking me such questions like Papata.
So the time.
So can
Okay.
I add on?
Okay,
Yes,
so Melody,
please.
before you add on. So you said it in a bad way because you just said cohabiting. So now we don't know if cohabiting is the thing that, people look at you, like,
No,
dispute you.
cohabiting is one of the mistakes that she made. If I'm not lying.
Yeah, right.
It's one of the mistakes which led, because she was trying to look for acceptance
Oh,
from daddy. And then in the process, she went to cohabit. That did not work out well for her.
so you
Right?
cohabited for how long?
It did not work out for her. You know, cohabit.
Nikacha virgin.
So that is
Sometimes kula bati umuntu ekala okutali. Mama, baby girl, come closer. Come. I need to be seeing you within territorio.
we territorio tauraripiro mwana na territorio. Eh? Ay, kona man. It looks like this one wants to start cohabiting.
No, I'm just speaking for my men's out there.
So it's one of the things that has also contributed to how Melody felt. The cohabiting. Because it did not work out well for her. But that's boy bakubakana. Bakuchita's disown. Kuamkusa cohabit, you're trying to find comfort in a man. There's nowhere to run to. You can't run to your family and say, Mwana fiashi, oroba auntie. Sorry, for lack of a better term, one of us say, Mulima ule. Kaide fo mwaba. Twadi shibe. It's not always that you're supposed to shower us with those insults. Twadi shwa mafuta turasuba, but it's not always. Sometimes you need to hear from us, your children. What went wrong? Why did you go this direction? Me, I love one thing about my aunt, Kuno Kurosaka. May God keep that woman long. She will ask you, what's wrong? What went wrong? Benavenga Baisanja at Teresa, what is the problem? Inenda did not even at what. Kwamba fyo kudira face naradida. Naradida she'll calm me down, then we talk. She won't come, Nenzo ziba. Iwe na iwe. Vimzim fakulti.
But mostly we find pleasure in telling people that I told you so.
Which is not supposed to be always.
Yeah.
That's why people are afraid of opening up. That's why a lot of people are depressed out there, because of the same word, I told you so. Nanenda for that I told you so. But there's some situations that you can say, okay, I would say I told you so when this person heals. When she's free or he's free to laugh about it.
Yeah.
Not when they're at their lowest. Then now you also trigger fire shot. Pa! Wamfana bwina te, nariva spiritual. Ndalodera. Not knowing somebody's breaking down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, therefore I should cohabiting.
Ngadi free. Not kula patikisho muntu. Ngadi free.
Tell us so that we know if we can get encouraged or
Encouraged about cohabiting.
seriously.
Okay, so maybe let's put it this way. Like the abuse, was it verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical?
So let me start with explaining how I got into cohabiting. This is a situation where like I said, I stay with my auntie.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens that we stay, me, my auntie, my uncle, and a certain cousin of mine, and she works.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you dropped out of school, you're trying to get your life together, you don't have a job yet, and that takes me back to is it last week's episode about
employment?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So if someone is keeping you, ustako contribute,
Yeah, true.
So sometimes, and I think you know how Lusaka is, jobs are hard to find.
Our life is hard.
It's every day. Vatumira my parents wako. Mwana wanu ankala chabe kuno. Safu nakuleta kwa video. So like.
Melody wirande vingi bala kutamfi.
Okay, let me not go into details. So I got into cohabiting. It wasn't a planned thing. The guy is in Livingstone, like Kunda said. Sometimes I check Kutali. So I visited. Okay. So it happened that I do online business. I sell clothes and other things. So it's a situation where people give you money in advance, then you have to make orders for them. Like I grew up from Chipata, so a lot of people know me. And at some point, I knew the guy in Eastern Province, Chipata, and we had a boutique. So I had gained a lot of customers like that and all that. So he found himself in Livingstone for work, but I'm still employed as a teacher after a long time. So I'd stayed behind in Chipata, and love continued. Now you know you guys, Kunda. And
switch talkers.
Apeza kagelo, yeah. So I didn't know what was happening. At some point, we separated ways. So I continued with life and business. Then when I got here in Lusaka, we started talking. Then the guy was like, we reconciled in short. The guy was like, I went, it was bad, I'm telling you. Like I never planned to cohabit. I went there and I just came in Lusaka for orders. Then I visit him with people's money. Getting there, he's a civil servant. Can't spend a Kongola malone, my guy.
Yeah.
Yakutwakafola, sometimes out of, I don't know if it's 8,000, we ever mafola my teachers. You can't even pay rent or buy one egg. So
Did he have a car?
Does he have a car?
By then, when you were cohabiting, did he have a car?
Nothing, not even a car.
Mind the ramen Kongola is a break out in Boise.
Beer and women.
Hey.
So yeah, I get there, then, you know, he's my boyfriend. And mama kama tumundo wa kudala so vutolima. So like he convinced me.
Nowadays, the president magapo my mansion.
So we start talking like how has life been when we separated, blah blah blah. Then I tell him, I came for orders in Lusaka, so I have to go back. Like I'll just be here for a week. Then he goes like, okay. I went on 17th October. Then since my civil servants were for 25, it was like pandrama yona bwela nayo nikongole seko this amount I'll pay back. And I credited him the money. It was a lot more than 2,000. Thinking I was going to pay back with interest. Then the debt comes, vafola, excuse. No, there's a loan, ABCD. Then I was like, I do business. I can't go back without people's money. I have to go back with the money. So it was like, okay, wait for this date. I'll pay back. So wait for this date. It was 9 months. The guy never paid, and it led into cohabiting. And it was very bad to an extent. He would sleep out.
Wasara mnyumba.
Faka
cobra.
Yeah. And again, how are you going to tell your family?
No Monica.
So
iwe mambala iwe mambala yoko iwe ngatwesa tukesa kuma.
So those people that I'm owing money, rather that I have their money for, because I didn't credit. Vamboenda kunyumba with my call outs. Mana wanti nampa sandrama, sato data bintu vatu chanchan. And they ask me, where are you? I lie. At first I lied. I'm like, I'm staying with a friend, a student in 10 miles. I'm in Lusaka. Okay, if you're in Lusaka, since you stay at Kaunda Square, can you come? Then ABCD. Utuze kwe wena pedekan drama. Because I already have a history of squandering money. So they're like, ala, diachen drama zaveni. So I'm afraid to tell. I didn't even open up to mom that I'm at the guy's place. Though mom knew the guy because there's in the same area with the guy. So I'm like, let's find means and ways of us finding money. I have to at least pay these people. So after 2 months, I get to see his pay slip. He was owing, I don't know if it's 5 companies in Malone says a slap on It got bad to an extent. No one was able to give him money because he's owing. I think Bakambo Ngatwafuno Kukongola Massive Servants, it shows in the system. So they can't give you money. So like it was battles. Ndazaka kupasa ndram. And I know him. He won't give me if I'm not there. Then I'm like, okay, I won't go not until you. If it's like this, let's just tell our parents. But vazevo chita. And ezekana futhi kuthi tuze my family members like nini mkulu ine zazo mo visove
mkulu mpele ndala mshantika bwalala mkulu. So
now all the money I went with inabaya asila because he doesn't have food, he can't credit money anyway, and I have to feed. So ijena sala ya bantu, I start buying food now. So at some point ngapalibevo kudya, we used to quarrel, and the way cohabiting is sometimes my guys mangala ready. You're never ready. Nkachikondi cheke mambela tati ngangaleche pamozi. Kumanga kunama na my relationship. Then that kalava, I love you. You know, it's different. If you are staying once mungala kuli my parents van, you just meet morodi. You do romance, you go back. Once vicha bemush. But you get to you get to know the real problem and the real person when you start staying with them. So I discovered that what this guy used to tell me, I love you, I would like to marry you, it was a lie. Like there was nothing like responsibility. There was nothing like commitment. about all
And
that.
sadly, there are women that are staying in these marriages. In the name of status. And they are depressed in the name of no one to be married. But that's why we know what the loans. The depression now goes to the children. You know, in the name of they are not ready to take responsibility. So now no, in the process
But why is it just falling on the like?
guy ponya move ponya manifesto manifesto. Our culture doesn't allow that.
So Kunda, sometimes it's a planned thing. Like, okay, let's start staying together. But what happens that you are not ready. There's a responsibility that comes with keeping someone's child. Ufola check upon kazinga tukabong. You know, reason why mafakako makanse. I don't know what you call it. Vijawakti before you marry wakukazi kani pansi atipana shimbusha. I don't know. Vakuza koni vamchikwati. Wazi you are not. You don't know these things. So at least kakupunzisako uzakana kona mind. If you start cohabiting. Nindana za kupunzisa. And again, cohabiting fails. Let me just do a summary. Cohabiting fails because but yama guys, like a guy's family, they'll be against. They'll go like you. Sunga mukwatire uyu. Uyu ni huda unamdobaje pa road.
Mkazi wa no sunga mbongala nae.
Yeah, without paying. And that was the case with me. They were like, whatever, like the guy said, anabwela eka uyu sinamwita neko. He would even tell his friends. Sinamwita neko. And the guys wanga nice. As far as a very stick.
Baby girl, nga waria shitisha fionze fia munganda.
I started doing that.
Fionze wa shitisha ndalama wabweshero wa wanapacha. I'm not saying do that. I'm just playing.
I had saw this laptop. I even saw this TV. But the money was a lot. Because the problem I did, like, let me be honest, I went with a 6,000 something. So after I see that say, yeah, there are still people, if you've got a WhatsApp group, more people be making orders. So pezekati, ukankana ngongole now, they will even say, they will threaten you, who post you? So the same day they threaten you, someone makes an order. I used to get that money and then I repay uja. Meaning I'm robbing Peter to pay. So like, ndrama na boya ya kula maningi. To an extent, after wavuta kwenda kunyumba wantu, I even told my parents, okay, I'm here, but dad, you know, issues of me and him. Nivake vongafu nangalirire asaka bwere, and dad was the one who made me stay for long because he was like, so bwere hapo pano pa nyumba, sunga zinista embarrass enda ku police because of you. Kasi ndrama unadia na mamuna. Wendo bwere pano na kamera kwa mamuna kako, and if you pay the money. So I'm like, nizaenda good. And even because the system says, msakamstepo welcome you. So it led to 9 months. And how I left was, they made the phone call to him. They were like, okay, very vinashtika, but at least because the guy is from Kafio, he's just in Livingston for work. We want to have a family meeting, then tikazemo molipidida, drama, at least also tikasteko contribute both families. Because I'd been posted, I think, several times on Facebook. Hey, scammer, you know, people won't understand. And you can't tell someone at Nastila Sondra.
Or the people even posting you.
Yeah, because time ya end, and you know how if you're owing someone, you go like, okay, I'll pay on math and yakwan.
Yeah.
So did you even get your money back?
I didn't, not even a coin. And like I said, there was supposed to be a family meeting. Then after the guy closed school, I left. The mom sent transport money and they talked to my auntie. So I went to stay with my auntie. Then we're waiting for the guy to close school so that we should have a family meeting. Then he closes school and kumangala you still talk by phone. Oh, how we will come with uncles, blah, 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 blah. Because they never wanted to take it to court. Because I think, you know, to court, you stayed with someone all that long. They will force you to marry the person. And already it was a toxic relationship. The guy would sleep out for weeks. Sawa neka kunyumba. Especially when you kudia. Chikondi chingapo chenga parindram.
So in short, you are buying the love.
Yeah, like buying the love. And to make matters worse, like you said, sometimes the guy will cheat on you. Akupanga chechipua ama kuna chechipua mamuna ngatasta na yewe cohabit. Okuti mnapangana. Especially ngati wanzake babashimikira. Ni hule ujana iwe. Muntu wano mochana. So like I would see nudes in his phone because he drinks a lot.
Yo.
I would find nudes in his phone, chaffing ladies, but nireko kunyumba. You know, he never respected me, and the guy would never respect you. Ngatusta neve cohabit. Yeah, so after he closed school, he was supposed to come home. Then he removed the point and said, vanakutuma kuti uende ubwere vanakutuma kuti ubwere unkale naine maparents vako. That is what my parents said. So we're not coming. If you want, uende ku court. So again, cohabiting will bring shame on your family as a lady. Because I used to talk to mom on a daily basis. So he was like, ama kama na mama yake, so ni kama nasto mutuma, you know. So because of that, dad was hurt. Then he was like, okay, stinga onekele mochipuwa. Because wasakatufunza tikaenda kucourt ati mwana wanu eze kutoa this long. So it will look like it was a planned thing. So that is how everything ended.
Okay, Melody, thank you for that story. I think we've gone. We are almost going into 2 hours.
Yeah.
So maybe your final words, Miss Zimba.
I have a question. That's a question.
You wanna cohabiting?
No. I have a question.
Dim now kutule now ikaragashu munobe adi tomana kashipunganda ka?
Balensunga fende to.
Bale kusunga bolete ngempata.
My question is, how did this whole process affect you mental-wise, and have you healed from it?
I won't say I've healed because I left the place last year in June. So I think it's a year now. So it affected me because I lost customers. I'm in credits with people and I don't work. There's nowhere to get money. And the person I did this with can't help, not even the family. So it left I don't know if I'll call it depression or what. Then again, kumangarache washimikila ko muntu or my family members vamasheva lachoka kuli mwamu la boss peleka kuchikwati, you know. Sometimes they even talk about I was in Vereda. So I was affected. And the last points about cohabiting, I can't even encourage anyone to go into cohabiting because we must maninga affect muntu. Like it's good to do things the right way. So, and I think I also I learned a lot. I discovered that I wasn't ready for anything that has to do with a man, especially in terms of commitment. Monga vachikwato lova mwana because of the experience I had.
Yeah. So you're still fighting it. We're praying you get through it. You have to get through it. So, Madam Zimba, your final words? Over words, maybe to Melody or...
Okay, it's really been a sad situation. A really bumpy road for Melody. I'm glad I came across. I crossed paths with you. Well, cohabiting, like I said earlier, it's not a good thing. It limits you, and I'm glad that from her experience, sorry, she learned 1 or 2 things from that. Yeah, and it's good that you have come out and shared your story. I'm sure most people will relate and will actually come out and share their stories. So one thing I would advise or encourage you is don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Yes, it happened. It happened. But for you to take this step and come here and share your story, it's really a confidence booster. You know, like TikTok says, fling, fling, fling. I'm just trying to make you laugh. You know, it's a very good step that you've come out. I'm here. You can call me at any point, and we'll be communicating and see how best we can help. Yeah. So don't feel like you're alone. We're here, you know. And you coming here, meeting us, it's a sign that God still has a lot of plans for you. So don't feel alone. We're here for you. And for Melody's parent, the father, please, umwana kasembe, mweleleni umwana. Ngakugwada. Tutwafika mapa. Fukame mweba fyashi, mwelele umwana. You know, parents, let us give our children second chances, you know. And children, yes, when they give us those second chances, let us utilize them and not manipulate, because they say apology without change is manipulation. So if you learn from that and you've given a second chance, better utilize that and be a better person. So you're not your past. You can still change your story. You can rewrite, you can get a blank page and rewrite your story and be better. Yeah. So that's something I can say.
Thank you so much. Thank you. As you've heard, Melody, if you need somebody to talk to, we are right here to talk to you. Let's get through this together. Yeah. And do you have any final words?
So my final words are...
Don't ask questions about so.
No, my final words, let's work with the Christian values, They know why they say no certain things before marriage is to prevent if to cover by my depression and all that. So let's just do everything the right way. Never guide to like abana babene for a very long time, or in the process of, because mostly it's benefiting us as men in the sexual way and everything, because mostly and then there's not that impact, because ni nchibati narambo kurafichitira mofe ngantento naye nakabwekera manda I want to say anything, yeah. So we take advantage of that as well. So as men, let us stop basop. Let's just do everything the right way. Wafika kunganda tavyashupe vintu ifi kufika fa kunganda nani narifika
kuli banani kuli banani obwenshaishi babu kuli banani
unaona vibe guys.
Oh, we were pretending? You didn't tell me.
No, I was
Oh, yeah, you were supposed to tell me this before here.
Narifika no kufika fianza film process, and so far so good. We're selling nobody in an indepsha.
Kopsha.
So my brother kundole umfogoka now ine nganapsha now ino ka konkepo
certified in intimacy.
Let's live in harmony.
Kwali wafafo yumfu ikafi.
Oh.
Legally here patch paper. I want to sign a patch paper, so it's legal.
I will invite you all to Civic Center very soon. Yeah, but say no to cohabiting. My sisters, please, mrekana. It's too early for you to start.
My brothers, I'm talking for my sisters as well. You're talking for your sister. My mrekana. Na kana shana now start sweet talk. Our first time I love kungando. Now if you give me heaven on earth, I will fall into the ditch.
No, it's all sweet and rosy and until
yeah. Anyway, I think we've stayed long enough, and
true.
So what I can say is, if you feel like you want to share your stories, you want something you want to talk about this is a platform for you. We're here for you. We'll make time for you. You talk to us. We listen. We do not judge. Here we listen. We do not judge, because if you at the end of the day, okay, I judge you, then what? I'm not going to get money off it. No, I judge you, then what? We're just humans at the end of the day. So guys, thank you for watching. Always remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tangled Roots. Follow our Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram as well. And we post some of my episodes. And one thing I wanted to talk about is system wakati umuntu alefo kulande chako mtima. Eno masanda leko kuchita imbalance family yobe leko. Those things are the reasons why people are being depressed, because every time they want to open up, no, nalase banya family. No, family ananchita disown. Let's let people express themselves. As long as they mtuka na mwe family, let them express themselves.
Yep.
Pata. So it's been me, your hosts, and Kunda. Oh, did I say my name? It's been Teresa and Kunda, and we have Melody and Zimba. Me, I just want you to it's your birthday? Happy birthday. Sing happy birthday for her. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Turemo Kaisas.
Esther.
Dear Esther. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? Yeah, so guys, it's Esther's birthday. Let's wish her a happy, blessed birthday. I want to call you Dr. Zimba. Please upgrade, become a doctor, because the spirit is there in the realm of the spirits is saying you have to become a doctor. Yeah, so it's been us and it's been lovely. Thank you, Melody, for having the courage to share your story. We love you right here on Tangled Roots. We hope to hear that, oh, now we are waking, you have your own money, but don't use that money to go and sponsor another one. We'll come and whip you ourselves right here. Yes, so you have to work hard. Stop feeling pity for yourself. What happened. Go easy on yourself. This is life. Nivi life cha baby. We all make mistakes. There are people that have made terrible mistakes, but they are thriving and doing their level best.
Amen.
You can do it. We've done it. You can also do it. You can be the melody that the fact that your father has vowed, prove a point by working hard so that he can say, okay, my daughter, yes, I know you and I have been on this path, but I've seen how hard you've worked. It should start with yourself. By working hard and proving a point to yourself. Say, okay, I can do this. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't wait for people to feel sorry for you. It takes you and yourself. Thank you very much. So from us, it's bye.